Montreal-based travel monetization platform Stay22 recently announced a $122 million growth investment from Summit Partners. It plans to scale globally amidst major travel disruptions due to the geopolitical tensions. Here to talk about this new chapter and new challenge for the company is Andrew Lockhead, CEO and co-founder of Stay22. Andrew, thanks very much for joining us.
Good morning, Roger.
Tell us a little bit about, first of all, what Stay22 actually does.
For sure. So what we do in a nutshell is we help content creators, publishers, and digital platforms better monetize their content. That might be on YouTube, on their blog, or social media as a whole.
And with this new money, what drew this in? What do you think landed that contract?
Mostly the team. I strongly believe that the Summit Partners saw the team has been going through the ups and downs of the roller coaster. So we survived COVID. We managed to make it through wars, geopolitical issues as well in the past. It's a fast-growing company. We've been able to about 20x in 5 years, and we're profitable. So I believe all those things were the main reason why Summit was interested in investing.
And why go the institutional growth investor route?
At our stage, VC didn't make as much sense. It's not about risk anymore. It's really much more about scaling the business to new height. And for us, that's the reason why we were looking for a great private equity with an amazing portfolio companies underneath. And Summit were exactly the partners we're looking for from day one.
And with 2025, you saw $1 billion in transactions. 2026 is starting out a little differently. How are you projecting the year? How are you dealing with what's unfolding right now?
I was just looking in the previous segments, and we already saw somewhat of a lower season than expected. Not as much as what we see for airline as well, so that might be more relevant to the fuel and costs, as you guys mentioned. But for us, obviously, a war will have a delay. The good thing is travel is probably one of the most relentless industry that exists. It's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong. So we're confident that maybe not this quarter, but definitely for next one or for H2 at least, the travel market will rebound right in time for summer.
And how do you? I mean, you had the pandemic. How do you deal with moments like, well, not even moments, situations like this? I wouldn't say a moment, but I mean, you came through the pandemic. How did you cope with that? And does that do you use that experience to apply to this moment too?
100%, Roger. We're supposed to only have one Black Swan event every couple of years. Unfortunately for us, it seems like we already got a meaningful amount of them during the same decade. We got the experience. The team's been through this as well in the past. We've lost our revenues, like 90% of them back in the pandemic. Then we lost about 80% when our suppliers went down. So we've been through those situations in the past, and we're just more resilient out of this. The team believed that we'll be able to pull it through, and that's the reason why we're still alive today and kicking it.
What did you do in the pandemic? Like, what did you change, or how did you adapt to survive?
We almost changed the full business model, Roger. So we used to be a map-based solution for event goers, and obviously in the pandemic, events and travel were not the right place to be. So we pivoted away from that to work within the content creators. Unfortunately for us, the product was not making sense at all for content creators, so that's when we came up with a new tool of solution for those. And this way we were able to provide them more freedom. So now they can spend more time traveling, creating content, instead of wasting their time behind their screen, adding monetization affiliation link behind.
And where do you see your growth coming from, and how are you going to grow it?
Yeah, so obviously we're expanding more into social media side of things like everybody else. We're taking advantage of what's happening in the AI world already. We've been in travel for the past 9 years of our life, and now we're expanding to retail as well. So Stay22 will be able to offer that type of like links, monetization skills, and human touch approach to all of the different segments as well of the industry. Think from like household all the way to like garden and law. So we'll have many more time and opportunities in market.
And how do you see retail benefiting from you?
Retail is doing pretty well. Retail is increasingly good for us. The reason why is people are definitely making more impulse purchase. When you purchase something on Amazon for $25, it's much different than planning for a trip that you take probably twice a year where you spend like hundreds of dollars. So for us, conversion rate is much higher, but obviously the commission is also lower. So it's more of a volume game for us.
And are you still doing events?
We still do events, but it's a small part of our business as of now.
And just out of curiosity, more so, does the Live Nation ruling, is there any connection to that, or any do you benefit from it at all, or is that completely separate?
It's a bit different. So we're working with most of the largest or all of the largest ticketing platform around the world as of today. So that's great, except for the United States. So that ruling is not impacting us yet.
Yet. Are you looking to the U.S. then?
Maybe it's going to be a great timing for us to expand into the event segment right now with that ruling. So obviously, the more companies, the less it's going to be like granular in this, the more opportunity we'll be able to seize out of it. So yes, it might be a better timing for us to look as we want to expand.
And then Montreal's home. Are you staying there, or are you looking at another hub, Toronto, Vancouver, or are you going to stay in Montreal?
Just like the other great company in Montreal, from Plus Grade and Travel and Opera, we love exactly where we are. We have great 4 universities in here where we can actually great, amazing talent from. So we want to keep our headquarters over here. We're having over 100 people already in the office, so that's great.
And how would you describe Montreal when it comes to tech? Is it becoming a hub?
I believe it is becoming a hub. Maybe we've been on a slower pace compared to Toronto, so no big surprise, but I think we're slowly catching up, and it was about time because we definitely need the help.
Okay, Andrew, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Roger. Have a good morning.
Andrew Lockhead is the CEO and co-founder of Stay22.